Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another mod tutorial. This time on Reliquary, if I'm saying that right, which is a magic mod, a mod that I like a lot and I use it in my single player gameplay. This is a mod that's been updated to Minecraft 1.16.5 Forge, which is where I'm at right now. And today I'll show you the basic mechanics and everything about the items and the blocks and the altars and the guns, potion brewing, belts, a lot of neat stuff. Okay, so stick around and let's start that. Quick side note, the video is divided in two because it was very long. So in the first part of the video, I talk about the crafting ingredients, the Tome of Alkahestry, and every item that you can use in your inventory, the normal ones and the chargeable ones. And then in the second part of the video, which I will link in the top right of this screen, I will talk about the Altar of Light, the Lily Pad of Fertility, the Interdiction Torch, the pedestals. The Wraith Note is only mentioned, but so if you want to know more about it, watch the part 1. And then the Charm Belt, the Potion Brewing System, and the guns are also in the part 2, okay? So if you want to know about the inventory items and the tome and the crafting ingredients, watch part 1. But if you already know that and want to know about the blocks, go straight to part 2. So the first thing that I'm going to show you are the basic ingredients of the mod. So basically all of them are drops by mobs, and you will need them to craft the blocks and the belts and potion brewing and so forth in this mod. So you have drops from the Wither Skeleton, from zombies, blaze, magma cubes, creepers, both the charged one and the normal one, snowman, enderman, skeleton, bat, spider, slime, squid, guardian, witch hat from the witch, and then some basic crafting ingredients which don't do anything on their own. They are just used to make other stuff. So the first item that I will show you is a Tome of Alkahestry, which is basically a tome that lets you duplicate items. So it uses its charge to duplicate items, and to charge it you either can use redstone or glowstone, and you can charge it in a crafting table like this. Oh, not like that, like this, and you can charge a lot over time, or even a block like that. Or if you want, you can shift right click the tome and it will take the charge out of your inventory, okay? And you can shift right click again. And now that it has charge, you can dupe items. I'll show you, for example, a diamond and a gold. So just put the... Oh, if you put the Tome of Alkahestry by itself, it will give you back the charge, some of the charge that it has. So a tome with a diamond, 2 diamonds, a tome with a gold, 2 gold. And to see the recipes, I'm using GEI. I can show you the recipe of the book. The recipe of the book is a book with some mob drops around it. In this case, a witch, charge creeper, slime, da 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 da. And the uses, you can see the uses in GEI, and you can see that to charge it you can use redstone or glowstone, as I said. And the crafting, you can see here the duping system, so you can see how many items in the input and how many items in the output and how much charge it will use. And you have a lot of recipes, as you can see, and some of them are from other mods like Thermal Series and Mechanism. It's a very neat way of duping stuff. And you then have a lot of items which do very different stuff, which you can read in the description of each item, from like resurrecting you one time and then breaking, absorbing fire damage at the expense of hunger, magic shears that tear the leaves from trees with cold, Magicbane, which increases its strength with its enchantment. So a lot of stuff, and I will show you. I will show you one by one, okay, each item in action. So the first one is Angelheart Vial. So I will get this item with me. So this item, I'm going to I'm going here so I can die. So resurrect you once and then breaks. So I will go into survival, and I already have not a lot of hearts, but I will drop. And it broke and gave me some life back. And now I don't have the item anymore. So then you have the Angelic Feather. So the Angelic Feather protects you from falls at the expense of hunger. So let's go to here again. And now you see my hunger. So if you watch the hunger, it will go down after I fall there. Ta-da! There you go. This is the Angelic Feather. Then you have the Aphrodite Serum. So the Aphrodite Serum basically is a item that lets you this one is incoming, okay, that lets you make animals mate. So one cow here, one cow there, and boom, and you will see a baby cow there. We then have the Fertile Potion, which you can throw at crops and make them grow, and it works on crops from other mods. Then the Glowing Water, which causes a lot of damage to undead mobs. I'll show you with a zombie, like that. And then we have the Glowing Bread, which will give you full hunger and saturation, so it's the best item, food item in the game. Then the Holy Hand Grenade, I'll show you with some mobs. Oh, not pigs, poor pigs. I'll show you, I put pigs in there for some reason, but I will not use that. I'll use some zombies. So this is a powerful explosive that doesn't break blocks, okay? It only kills the mobs. I'll show you with some zombies here. And if I throw it, oh, okay. Very powerful indeed. And the recipe for this one, okay, some catalyzing gland from a creeper, gold, glowing water, and TNT. Makes sense, makes sense. The Infernal Claws. So the Infernal Claws absorb fire damage at the expense of hunger. So I'll show you here. I'll go into another gameplay. I'll put some fire down, and they are with me. And if I stand here, my hunger, as you can see, is going down. So that's the Infernal Claws. Let me put the fire out. Okay. Then we have the Kraken Shell, which basically the Kraken Shell, which I'm not able to take right now. The Kraken Shell absorbs drowning damage at the expense of hunger, so the opposite of the fire one. So if I go under here and I wait for my breath, I don't know, to go away, I will start to lose my bar of hunger. There you go, it's going down, and down, down we go, down we go, there it goes. The Magicbane, which is a weapon that will increase the damage each time you enchant it. Then the Cross of Mercy, which is a weapon against zombies and undead mobs. The Phoenix Down, which is basically the Angelic Feather with the resurrection part. So the recipe, it's the Angelheart Vial with the Angelic Feather. Okay, it's those two together. The Rod of Lyssa, a magic fishing rod that can use to reel in items and pickpockets. So if I throw an item, I'll throw an item here, and I do that. Now I have it in my inventory. The Salamander's High, which dispels blaze fireballs and reflects gas fireballs while held, and puts out fires around you. So I'll put here the Salamander's High. I'll have some fire around me, and now if I have it in my inventory, the fire is put down. The Serpent Staff, all that nasty stuff from a Kraken's spit thrown at your enemies, drains life on strike. So basically if I go to a mob, it will throw like a slime ball that will drain the life of the mob. And then we have two very cool items. We have the Shears of Winter. So the Shears of Winter can shear leaves or sheep if you hold right click. So I'm holding right click and it's shearing all the leaves, as you can see. And if I come here, everything, like all the grass is sheared, and that's the effect on trees. But if I have, I'll show you, if I have some sheeps around and I hold right click, it will shear them all. Yeah, probably you didn't see that, but you didn't saw that, but like that. Oh, you have to right click one of the sheep, okay. And that's basically it, the Shears of Winter. And then we have the Witherless Rose, which with the nether stars enchanting this rose, the holder is protected from the withering. So this is a very powerful item. I use it a lot in my single player. And you need 4 nether stars, a rose bush, and a fertile essence. And the fertile essence, which was one of the basic items at the beginning, is from the creeper gland, green dye from cactus, ribbone, and the slime pearl from slimes. We then have some other items which are chargeable. So we have the Destruction Catalyst, which is like an inspiration from the Project E or equivalent exchange. Emperor's Chalice, Twilight Cloak, who makes you invisible, Infernal Chalice. A lot of cool items that I will show you one by one right now. The Destruction Catalyst, it uses gunpowder, as it says in the description, and when you have the charge, it will destroy blocks for you. So if I shift right click, it will consume the gunpowder and charge it. And now, if I go to a piece of land and right click it, I will explode that piece of land. One thing, you won't get the blocks. The Emperor's Chalice, which is an infinite water bucket, so you can even use it to put inside water of Petal Apothecary of Botania, or the Apothecary Cauldron, which is used for potions in Reliquary. So there you have it, and you can even take water out. So if I am the normal mode, and I right click it, it will put down a water source. But if I shift right click, it will take the source out. The Ender Staff. So the Ender Staff uses Ender Pearls when charged, and it will make you able to teleport around. So shift right click and it will consume the Ender Pearls. So right now it has consumed the 16 Ender Pearls right there, Ender Pearl 16. And if you shift left click, in the right down at the screen in that area, you can see there 16 like the Ender Eye and the Ender Pearl, and this block, which is like a warp block. I will show you in a minute. So if I'm in the Ender Pearl and I throw Ender Pearl, I will transport there. But if I am in the other mode, Ender Eye, it's a much longer distance, right? Like that. And here we are. So that's how it works. And if you want to teleport to a specific area, I will show you now how to do that. You need a block, which is the, let me go here, the Wraith block. So if you are in Wraith mode, which is that mode on the downside of the screen, as you can see there, and you right click the block. So now we have chosen the location. If we now right click for some time, we will teleport there. Ta-da! The Coin of Fortune, which is basically a magnet, so draws in items and XP. If I have some items laying around like that, and if I shift right click, it will activate the super magnet mode. And if I, as it says, if I hold right click, it will super vacuum, so it's a super magnet if I do that. And then we have the Glacial Staff, which basically uses snowballs. I'll show you. Shift right click and it will start to consume the snowballs. Not now because I'm in creative. Now it's doing it. And with what it does, it will throw a snowball, and it will either freeze water or freeze lava. So I'll show you right now. Lava, water. If I have water here and lava here, and I do that, now it's freezing the water and it turned the lava into obsidian. And if I go here, it transforms the water into pectites. The pectites will go back to the original form once you are out of the area. So as you can see, now it turned back to normal water. One thing to keep in mind is that both the lava and the water will go back to the original form, okay? So this is like a way for you to travel through a river of water or a river of lava, and then the blocks will go back to the normal form. We now have the Harvest Rod, which when you charge it with some bone meal, like this, shift right click, you will be able to bone meal crops when you right click them, and when they are fully grown, if you break one, it will break all of them. The Hero's Medallion, which basically stores XP, if you right click it, shift right click it, it will take XP from your character. So right now I'm in creative, so it is taking infinite XP, and if you right click it, I'll go into survival, you will take back the levels. The Ice Magus Rod, which uses snowballs, so if you shift right click it will consume them, and then you can throw at mobs and it will hurt the mob. The Infernal Chalice, so the Infernal Chalice stores lava and protects you from lava damage, and it can store and put down lava. So if I have some lava, I shift right click and then I right click the lava source and it's holding the lava. And if I now again shift right click and it now doesn't have the glow effect, I can put down the lava like that, and I have lava immunity, so I'll go into survival, and as you can see, it does nothing. An important note on the Infernal Chalice is that it is not an infinite source of lava, okay? It's only like a tank, it stores lava. So if you have like 4 buckets and you place them down, like I'll place the 4 buckets, and you go into shift right click mode, you can now store the 4 buckets, and you can see how many buckets the Chalice has on the right down part of the screen. There you can see like the buckets and then the number 4, and now if you shift right click again, you can dispense just like 1 bucket. As you can see, now it has 3 buckets with the Chalice, and you can dispense all of them and take the buckets again. The Infernal Tear, which is a very cool item. So basically it turns valuable items in your inventory, but it has to be a very common item in the inventory. So basically, let's say I have a lot of gold. Let's say I have a lot of gold. So to tell the Infernal Tear which item you want to burn, you have to have that item in the most quantity in your inventory. And then, I'll go into survival, if you right click it, you can see burns item into experience, shift right click to toggle auto absorb. So if you now shift right click, it's associated with gold ingot and it's giving me the XP, a lot of XP, as you can see. So this is a very cool way of getting XP. And the recipe is as follows: is the Infernal Claw, Witch Hat, Void Tear, and Molten Core. We now have the Lantern of Paranoia, which I need some torches with me, and if I go into the nighttime in survival and I shift right click, it will put down the torches automatically as I walk by. In unlit areas, of course. The Touchstone of Midas, which repairs gold items in your inventory, and it's powered by glowstone dust. I can show you right here. So if I go into survival and I get myself, for example, a pickaxe of gold, and now I start to mine my own shown area. Okay, I gave it some damage. If I now shift right click it, it will drain the glowstone, and it started to repair my pickaxe. So as you can see, it's repairing it as I mine. The Pyromancer Staff, which is an item that shoots blades and gas fireballs and creates fire bursts and lights fires. So basically you need to charge it with Fire Charge and Blaze Powder, as I will show you now. So shift right click and it will consume the items, and shift left click and you can go between modes. So you can see there you have like the erupt mode, the flint one, the blaze powder one, and the fireball one. So basically it has multiple modes all related to fire. In blaze powder, this one, and fire charge mode, it shoots blaze and gas size fireballs, and then in erupt mode it burns anything in range in front of the player, and in flint and steel it works exactly as the vanilla flint and steel. So I will show you flint and steel. Right click and you can set things on fire. Then if I go into the blaze one, it shoots that. Then the fireball one, it's an explosion. And then the erupt, it's like a powerful weapon. So I will show you with some zombies, for example. Zombies. Let me set it to night. Oh, I mean peaceful. So right click and look at that. The Rending Gale, which basically makes you able to fly, push and pull mobs or shoot lightning while raining. So its charge is feathers, so shift right clicked to feathers. I'm now in flight mode, as you can see on the screen. So if I right click it, I will start to kinda fly. And here I am. Shift right click, if you shift left click, now it's in push mode. If I have like a ship, let's have a ship. If I have a ship with me and I right click, it will push away the ship. And if I shift left click again, it will now pull the ship. The Sojourner staff, which basically consumes torches and makes you able to place them. So shift right click, you can consume a lot of torches, and then if you right click on the ground, it will place them, and in distance, if you right click, you can place them there, as you can see. And last but not least, we have the Void Tier, which basically is a form of mass storage. So it will set itself to the most common block that you have in your inventory. So let's say I build a lot with stone bricks. So if I want to set this mass storage to stone bricks, I'll have to have stone bricks as the most common block in my inventory, and then shift right click the Void Tier. And now that the Void Tier is activated, it will keep one stack of stone bricks in my inventory anytime. So if I place one, it will replenish one, so and so forth. And as you can see, it's always keeping a stack with me. It will take the stack obviously from inside the tier, so you can have like a lot of, let me show you, you can have like a lot of stone bricks in there, and 297, if I place one more block, it will take one out from there. And that's a wrap on part 1 of the mod tutorial on Reliquary. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you would like to continue watching the part 2 of this mod tutorial, I'll leave the link on the screen, so be sure to click that. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'll try my best to help you. So yeah, see you next time.